The story is best experienced with headphones. The audio may include loud sounds and creepy moments. Viewer discretion is advised. If you are ready, grab a cup of tea or a warm drink, kick back, relax, pick up your art supplies, and immerse yourself in the world of Croatian folklore. Say, little one, have you ever woken at night unable to move? Young Anna has, more times than she dares to count. It always unfolded the same way. She'd wake up from her uneasy dreams into a complete stillness in the middle of the night. Her body completely rigid, her lungs crushed by some invisible weight, and with her breath caught in her throat, she could do nothing but stare at the ceiling while her fingertips clutched the bedsheets. It was not like any other dream. No. Those would usually dissolve by the time morning comes. This felt more like a burial, as if you were being locked into a coffin of your own flesh, or so she described it as such. Silence in her room was unnatural, not peaceful, but also not empty. If poor Anna had to describe it with one word, it would be heavy. And to top it all, she could just feel that something was there with her, ready to jump and consume her whole existence at any given moment. The weight pressed down on her chest. Not sorrow, not fear, something real, crushing the very breath from her lungs. Her body begged her to scream, to fight, to flee. But it all was useless. A captive in her own skin she remained. And worst of all, she was not alone. She felt her, for she even glimpsed her. Mora. No one has ever claimed to see Mora. They claimed to sense her instead, like a shadow crawling around your soul. She needn't knock, nor to announce herself. Instead, slip through cracks, keyholes, or drift in windows. Sometimes as a dazzling black butterfly, and other times as a pathetic common fly. And once inside, she'd wait with infinite patience. Little Anna, witty and well-informed as she is, knew the pattern well. Very well, dare I say. First came the slow surrender of sleep, the illusion of safety as her body slackened, her breathing weakened. That was when Mora would move, never rushing, just slowly preying on her sluggish victim. And bam, a whisper of touch across the cheek, shiver down the neck. Then came the weight, always the damned weight. Anna never saw a face, just strands of hair spilling across her field of vision, irritatingly brushing against her pupil while she could not do a thing. The presence smothered her, slowly draining her strength, as if feasting on her spirit with the intention of hollowing it out, like a wolf gnawing its kill. But to little Anna's ease, by morning, Mora would thankfully be gone. Nevertheless, Anna bore her markings, bruises across her ribs, washed out scratches like the trails of invisible claws. At first, she blamed her blankets, her pillow. After all, anything is more believable than the truth. But her excuses quickly withered out as her restless nights turned into weeks. She woke weaker and wearier, her hands trembling to the faintest touch of morning sunlight. One winter dawn, desperate in her shivering state, little Anna packed a small bag. She told no one. No sane soul would believe her anyway. She had heard it all before. They're just nightmares. It's all in your head. But she knew exactly where to go. Her dear grandmother lived deep in the forest, in a crooked little house that leaned into the trees, as if it wished to hide. Back in their hometown, the villagers whispered, "Witch," when they thought Anna wasn't listening. But she knew better. Her grandmother brewed teas for the feverish, salves for the burned, and tinctures for the broken-hearted. She never cast a spell, nor cursed, despite being falsely antagonized. When little Anna stepped over the mossy threshold, her voice barely rose above the extent of a whisper.
Grandma, something's wrong with me.
The old woman gently held her cold, trembling hands.
You felt her,
She murmured.
haven't you?
Anna froze. She hadn't spoken of Mora, not yet at least, right?
You mean Mora?
Asked back young Anna. Her grandmother's sigh was long and heavy.
One of her many names.
House smelled of cedar, smoke, and dried herbs. Candles burned low, their wax weeping onto the crooked shelves. Arms made of bone and string swayed from the rafters of her wooden house, swinging as though alive.
She is called Mora.
The old woman said whilst setting a kettle on the fire.
But that is merely one mask. Long before Mora, she was Morana.
Anna knew the name from old tales. Curses whispered to frighten children. Yet the way her grandmother spoke of this blasted creature made her blood run cold.
Morana,
The old woman continued.
goddess of death and winter. She moves as frost upon the grass, famine in the fields. Sometimes she comes as Mora, the black-haired maiden, skin like snow, wolf's teeth hidden behind her wicked lips, and claws where her nails should be. Sometimes she is Kuga, the plague bringer, a hunched crone with goat's feet and skin like paper. And sometimes she is the Baba Yaga, who lures children from the hearth with promises of warmth, right before devouring them.
Anna's chest tightened. As such, she asked fearfully.
So there's 3 of them?
Her grandmother shook her head slowly, her eyes locked still on the flames.
Always one, always her. Different faces of the same coin, my dear.
The fire cracked sharply, like bones splitting.
Morana delights in cruelty.
The old woman said.
She presses the breath from sleepers, men and women alike, draining their youth, their will. The old she ignores, the young she torments, and sometimes
Her voice sank to a mumble.
she eats.
Anna shivered.
But why me? What does she want?
The old woman's eyes gleamed in the firelight before meeting Anna's, dark and knowing.
Your spirit, your energy, or perhaps, child,
She paused, lips curling in something between pity and fear.
she simply enjoys the taste of your terror.
At night, Anna did not return home. She stayed over in her grandmother's spare room, talking the mustatsapa above her bed. Knotting an iron nail to the post. Salting the windowsill. Placing a broom upside down by the door. Her grandmother had taught her these rituals to help her get a brief respite. Still, Anna trembled from fear. She did not eat that night, as she was advised. Not a single bite.
Full bellies dim the soul.
Grandmother had warned.
That is when she slips in easiest.
Anna remained restless in the darkness, heart pounding, waiting, waiting, waiting. But that night, Mora did not come. Some will tell you it is only sleep paralysis, only exhaustion. Just intricate tricks of your weary mind. The plain. Perhaps, or perhaps not. Anna knows better, for she has seen the bruises herself, felt the weight and heard the silence. And if you fortunately wake one night, unable to move, with a suffocating weight crushing your chest, at the very least, remember this. She does have a name. Pray you needn't ever find out about it.